world changers. It's me, Miss McCarthy, with your Motivational Monday episode for the week. In today's episode, we're diving into something that's really cool, and that is the power of your reaction. But before we get to that, don't forget to tap that like button and subscribe or follow so you're the first to know when I drop a new video.
It also helps me reach more people. That way I can help them. Thank you!
So it's Monday, and I hope that you were able to rest and recharge this weekend. And we all know that sometimes Monday gets a bad reputation. People, they kind of get bluesy on Mondays, like, oh, I don't want to go into work, I don't want to go into school, I just want to sleep. And I used to be like that too, until one day I decided to change that message in my brain. And I said, no. Instead of being like that, I'm going to be pumped and excited about Mondays. I started that a while ago, and I tell you what, it changed my life. So I want you all to get this from a really young age. The idea that Mondays can be awesome and amazing if that's what you choose for them to be. So let's go ahead and stand up. Get those feet apart. Put your hands on your hips. Stick out your chest. Get those shoulders back and repeat after me. This is how I Monday.
This is how I Monday.
Awesome. So let's go ahead and dive into today's powerful idea. And that is, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. And that means that you have the unique ability to shape your story. This idea is about understanding that we cannot control what comes our way, what we encounter in life, but we can absolutely control how we react to it, how we respond to it. So imagine this. You're taking a math test, and you come to this problem that's very wordy, and right away your brain is like, whoa, that's a lot of words, there's a lot going on this problem, where do I even start? So the way I see it, you can react in a couple different ways here. Sometimes students, they see these problems where they're not sure of what to do right away, and they have
a meltdown!
And when you do that, you're allowing that problem to take over. You have given your control over to that problem, and you're allowing it to stress you out. That's one way to react to it. Another way would be to say, okay, let me take a deep breath, maybe a few deep breaths, and let me think about this problem. This problem seems kind of tough and challenging, but maybe if I take it one step at a time and work it out, I can figure it out. Whatever I do though, I want to stay cool and in control, because that's the best way that I'll be able to handle tackling this problem. One choice leads you down a negative, destructive path. The other one leads you into a more optimistic, positive path that allows you to stay calm and jump into problem-solving mode. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. So here's another example. Over the weekend, I was watching a football game. I don't usually sit down to watch football much, but I happened to be watching this weekend. And there was one player who was trying to receive a catch. The quarterback threw the football, the player was running, tried to receive it, and it went right through his hands. He almost had it, but he didn't catch it. And the cameras followed him as this player stormed off the field and started beating the ground and the benches around him with his hands. Obviously, he was really frustrated and angry at himself for missing that catch, for making a mistake. But all that I could keep thinking was,
dude, you do realize that there are a lot of people watching how you're reacting to this right now, right?
I know that you're heated, but this outburst could jeopardize future opportunities for you. You need to cool down. So this football player, something happened to him, and his reaction to it was anger and frustration. And because so many people were watching him, this wasn't behind closed doors, this was out in the open on TV, that could jeopardize some opportunities for him in the future. Let's compare that situation with another football situation. Another football player who had a college career. His name was Inky Johnson. And Inky Johnson, he was playing for the University of Tennessee when something major happened to him. He suffered an injury that caused his left arm to be paralyzed, meaning that he can't use it anymore. So this football player, again, something happened to him, but instead of letting it take him down a negative path, he chose to go down a positive path. This setback of his paralyzed arm set him up for success. Do you want to know how? Well, now he's a really successful motivational speaker. He travels around the world sharing powerful lessons about being resilient, about maintaining a positive perspective and choosing to see the limitless potential that we have inside of us. So he used this setback to set him up for success. Something happened to him and his reaction to it was something positive. So I've said this before, that life is a journey. It's filled with twists and turns and you don't know what is coming next. But what makes it thrilling, what makes it exciting is that you get to choose how you react to each twist and turn. Everybody faces obstacles, but it's how we react, how we respond to those challenges that matters most. So here are a few tips to unleash your power when it comes to your reactions and your responses. First of all, it's important that you stay positive when you're facing these challenges. I suggest taking deep breaths before responding. It's like putting the right ingredient into you before you make that decision. It's really important that we learn from the challenges that we face because really they're opportunities in disguise. And just like Inky Johnson, we should turn our problems into opportunities to help us grow. And when you're filled with that positive energy, you never know who you are going to impact. So keep on spreading those positive vibes. Keep on facing those challenges with a positive attitude because you never know who needs that dose of positivity around you. So here is your takeaway for today, and that is, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters most. You may or may not know this, but I am a math teacher for grades 3, 4, and 5, and believe it or not, when I was in school, I struggled with math too. I had to work really, really hard on it, and now I use those challenges as an opportunity to make math fun, make it click, and make it stick for 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders in so many different places. So if you know that you need some more help with math, join me at mccarthymathacademy.com. Before we go, let me remind you that you were born with something special, special gifts, talents, skills, and abilities, and it's your job to figure out what those are and then use it to make this world a better place. And yes, I'm talking to you. I'll see you next time, world changers.